Okay, so let's talk about programming on this SP1. You're gonna hardly see these anymore, but it's a Mark 6 electronics. So if you have to change out the joystick and put a new joystick on this Invacare SP1, I guess, you have to do some programming. So the nice thing about this is if you do already have the old joystick, which in my case I do, this is the older one right here. This one already, it's already programmed, okay? So what you can do is add it to, this right here is called a stack. This is where all your electronics are gonna go into. So you could add it to it, and I have both joysticks actually hooked up. So I have the old one and the new one. I already mounted the new one on the right side. So check this out. If I was to turn on the new joystick right now, it's gonna have a red light and it's gonna say please set drive to configuration. So what I have to do is I have to plug in my programmer and program this new joystick. But we're gonna do it the easy way, since we do have all the electronics already saved on the old one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug in my Mark 6 joystick, programmer, which is this one right here. And this one does have an SD card that you're able to put in this slot. And usually the provider, which is Invacare, they'll have that SD card that they'll send you. And what I usually do is I already have the SD card programmed in case I don't have power on the old joystick. That way I don't have to go through all the programming. So to transfer all the programming to the SD card, what you're gonna do is, and hopefully you guys can see that, is you're gonna go down to where it says memory card right there. So that's your memory card. You're gonna click on that, and your first one is going to be drive program, system, and then seating control. So we're going to go to the first one, which is drive program. You click on that, and then you're going to do store to SD card. So basically what you're going to do is store all the programming to this SD card. So you're going to click select, and you're going to do start storing. And then it's going to say drive exists, overwrite yes, because I already have full files already stored in this SD card, but I'm going to overwrite them. So everything that's in here in the old one is going to go back to the new one. And I'm going to say yes, so hit select. And then storing drive data stored okay, hit select again. Perfect. So you're going to go back and you're going to go to your system. Click on that and you're going to go store to SD card. And you're going to do the same thing. Go down to start storing. And then hit overwrite. And then, as you can tell, it says storing Invacare. So everything that's in her system is going to transfer over to the SD card. And it said okay. And then I'm going to go back again. And then I'm going to go to the seating control. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to do store to SD card. Start. Overwrite. And then it says data stored okay. Perfect. So there, I'm done. So I'm going to turn this off, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to unplug my programmer from the old one, and I'm going to take it off the stack that I have right here. As you can tell, it's the old one. I'm just going to shut that off, and then I'm just going to take that off. I have the new one on here, so I just have to put the little cover. So let me grab that. And then I'm going to zip tie it up here, but I'll go ahead and put the little dust cap on here, and then I'm going to put this cover. So there, and then I'm just going to zip tie it up here in a minute. Okay, so now that we got rid of the old one, we go back to the new one. If I turn this on again, it's going to say please configure. Okay, so I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to plug in my programmer, turn this back on, turn your programmer on, and then you're going to go back to memory card. We'll go back to memory card. We're going to click on that. we're gonna go to the drive program, and then we're gonna do read from SD card. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna do start reading. Boom. And then it says reading drive, data read okay. Click on that. Now go back to your system and then read from SD card. Start storing. And then it's reading. Data okay. Go back. And then go to your last one, seating control. You're going to do read from SD card. And you're going to start reading. And then data read okay. Click on that. And you're good to go. So turn your programmer off. Turn the chair off. And then once you pop this on, instead of that red screen coming on, everything that was saved on her old one is now saved on the new one. So she has drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, and then she has her seat functions, which is tilt, left for the legs, and then recline. So I mean, everything is working properly, good to go. The mode button, you hit that, you should be able to press that in to go back to drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and program that real quick. So, and you're able to adjust all the speeds with this programmer. You're going to power it on, and then you're going to go down to performance. Let me see, standard programming. No, let me see, power seating. Okay, so the DLO is drive lockout. Right now it's off, which is that's the way they wanted it. And then you have the standard programming. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to do tilt, recline, and legs, and then drive control setting. Everything is good right there. So now the drive control setting, it should be standard now. Whenever I hit the mode button, it should be programmed now to where once they hit that, they go back to the drive and then to the seat functions. And then of course you're going to hit safe. So we're going to go ahead and take that off. Turn it back on. Turn it back on. There we go. So now when she presses that, you know, she could, from here, instead of hitting this up until she goes to the drive, she could just hit the mode and then change that out. And then of course, if you want to get into your time settings and check your battery voltage, this mode button, you're going to press down for about, I would say, 10 seconds. And once you press that down, you're going to see a screen that's going to show you the mode option. And from here, you're able to adjust the time, which is right here. And then you also have battery voltage. We just replaced batteries, and it's reading 25.4. And then you just go back mode to exit, and then it tells you fault log, connected devices, like if you do a sip and puff or head array. And then this is where you change your time and date. But anyways, that's basically it. That's how you program a new joystick. But you do have to have a memory card, I'm sorry, an SD card, and transfer everything from the old to the new. Hopefully that helps, because I know it's a pain if you don't have that. All right, man, take it easy. See what's going on here.